Hey YouTube, Atheist Vape is checking in. Today we're going to be talking about the Innokin SVD. Look at this thing. It's like a lightsaber. Alright, enough playing around. So, this is quite the machine. I gotta say, I was pretty stoked to do a review on this. I've been putting it off for a little bit because I wanted to get some more videos knocked out, but I'm happy the day has finally arrived. This was the mod I've been waiting to review. This is a variable voltage, variable wattage mod. So you got quite a range here. It goes from 3 to 15 watts. So you got quite the juice in here. Let's see what I got it rocking at right now. So I got it at 12 watts. So some of the features of this thing, as you can see, I mean it's kind of a big mod as far as that goes. In comparison, here's the Nemesis next to it, and as you can see, even with the dripper on there, we're still well below the length of the tube, but it is adjustable. It's got an 18650 battery in here, so you know, if you put in a smaller battery it would sync up, and I'll show you that later in the video. But start off with, let's see, you get your resistance by holding down, we got these buttons here. So we got one that says VM negative and PM positive here, and all these different things can be controlled from you know, a couple of there's 3 total buttons, so it's a real simple setup, but they have a varying things they can do versus, you know, if you want to get to your volts or your watts, or you know, figure out your resistance, blah blah blah. So to start off with, to get your resistance, you hold down both that positive and that negative button, and it'll tell you. So we got about 2.0, it looks like. Yeah, so 2 ohm on our resistance. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, so our button tells us, just like the other Innokin products, you get a breakdown. So when it's green, see if we can see that there. Green, you know, good to go. Accidentally turned off. 3 on, 3 off. Green, good to go. You know, yellow, getting close. Red, time to charge. And again, I got an 18650 battery in here, so that's a good amount of charge there. You know, depending on how you vape, but I generally can make an 18650 battery last me all day, and I'm a pretty heavy vapor. So yeah, let's take another toke on this thing. So it's real simple design. Some of the things that were frustrating for me was, like I showed you there, I accidentally turned it off. So if you're a chain vapor and you click this thing 3 times in a row in a short span, you're going to shut it off. You know, there's a couple things that I didn't really like. One of the things is you can lock in your settings, which I suppose is a good thing if you're only going to be using one atomizer for a while. So you don't want, you know, if it's in your pocket, you don't want it moving up and down. But in order to do that, you hold down both these buttons. Do that for you, and eventually, so there's my resistance, and then it'll say lock. So now it's locked. Now no matter what you do, you can't adjust your volts or your watts. Now it told me my battery life. Come on. Well, anyway, oh, there we go, lock. So it won't let you adjust it. So in order to undo that, you got to hold both these buttons down for 15 seconds. Alright, now we can adjust it. Boom. 13.5, 14, all the way up to 15 watts, and it just cycles right back around. And you can go the opposite way too. Up and down, up and down. And in order to switch between volts and watts, hold down the power button and the positive button, and that gets you your watts. Hold down the power button and the negative button, and you get your volts. Oh, well, I just turned it off. Whoops. There we go. So now we're controlling our volts. So, you know, that can be a little annoying that you don't just have those buttons, but, you know, if they had it that way, it would be more like, I suppose, the MVP or something. So I generally just adjust my watts to set it. I don't really worry about the volts all that much, so I'm going to go back to that. And I've been liking it at about 11 watts. Seems to be pretty good. So we gotta, We can go down, so let's bring it back down to about 11. That seems to be hitting real nice in there. So it can take a little getting used to figure out kind of all the little combinations and things you got to do, but you know, for you gamers out there, it'll take you about 2 seconds to learn this. It was a little more complicated for me when I first got it. It was locked out. I couldn't figure out how to adjust the volts or the watts. It took me a little bit of research, but I figured it out. So just know that, you know, if you go this route, you hold the power button down in the negative, you get 1, either volts or watts. Hold down the power in the positive, and you get volts or watts. So, you know, I just said which is which because I just did it, but I already don't remember. So rewind the video if you want to know. Yeah, it's the 3 clicks for on and off. Now it's off. So, you know, you don't have to worry about it firing in your pocket. Now it's on. So, yeah, nice little button. You know, it's not real janky or anything like that. As you can see, no battery rattle. Ooh, shake weight, shake weight. Getting strong. So, yeah, let's pull this thing apart and check it out a little bit. Okay, so we got kind of a beauty ring here. It's got air holes, so you can get some good airflow. We got a ego threading, we got 510 threading, and I still don't know what this very outer ring is. I know it's for the beauty ring here, but I'm wondering, is there an attachment like that? So I saw the MVP also has a similar setup. I suppose it's just for the beauty ring, but maybe someone out there knows. Just pull the bottom off here. Again, just an 18650 battery. This tube is totally adjustable though. So if you got a smaller battery, you can just keep going and going and going and going. So, I mean, it gets pretty tiny, depending on the battery you have, but look at that. This is an 18650 battery, and it's just about the same size now. So if you throw in an 18650, you saw how big that was. So you'd have to need a pretty small battery to get this thing at a size that I'd be happy with it, but that just has to do with the digital setup in here. This is just a mechanical mod. There is no control here. Push button, go. So you can see inside there, got your positive and your negative. So let's check out the switch here. Or it's not the switch, it's just the bottom, but it's basically spring operated, but it's a hidden spring inside there, so you don't have to worry about it. But what's cool is there's no battery rattle with this type of setup. Oh yeah, and the bottom's got these vent holes just in case you had some kind of thermal heating thing with your battery going on. But you know, if that's the case, you know, if that happens, get rid of that battery. So yeah, just screw it in, nice and snug, no battery rattle. So real simple, not much to it. So throw the cap back on here. All the threading is really nice. Everything goes together really well. It's got a pretty sleek design. I like how it sits on a table, because with the buttons there, it doesn't allow your mod to roll around all over the place, which is pretty nice. But again, it is a pretty big mod, so you know that can be an issue for some people. I mean, but I don't know. To me, it looks like a cool lightsaber. I like it. My girlfriend wasn't a big fan of it. She thought the thing was just too damn big. She asked me what I was compensating for. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool. What else do I got about this? Oh yeah, so you can pick this up at Rose City Vapesters. It's going for $70. That doesn't include the battery or anything. That's just the setup. So all the other stuff you'd have to buy separate. And with this kind of setup, you know, there's no USB charging with these type of batteries. You need to get a charger. I think Rose City Vapesters carries Trustfire. I recommend the IntelliCharger. It's a little more money, but you know, in the long run, I think chargers and things like that are something where you want to sacrifice price, so maybe just spend a little more to get possibly a higher quality setup. I'm not saying Trustfire is a bad brand. I've just had personal issues with their chargers, and I have not had those same issues with my IntelliCharger. That's just my 2 cents. Let's see, what else we got to talk about on this thing? What was our range for our, let's see, yeah, I don't know what else. That's about it that I got to talk about for the SVD. You know, for a legitimate mod, this is pretty sweet, and it's not too overly priced. I mean, $70 is up there, but you know, it is a digital display. You got a pretty wide range of control for your volts and watts, which is really nice. So yeah, I mean, it's not a clone, and it's only $70, and you got a you know, digital control. you do need to make sure you don't have a protected battery, I believe, because it's already got these built-in protections in there. So you want a battery that, was that a high drain battery or whatever. So just make sure that you get the right type of battery for your setup. Don't go cheap on that either, you know, get a good battery. Rose City Vapesters carries good batteries, so you don't have to worry about that. But it's going to work with any 510 connection, so, you know, here's the tie foot on there, which adds quite a bit of length. You know, if you put a dripper or something on here, you'd get, you know, a little smaller, but I don't know. It's not for everybody, but I think a lot of people would enjoy it. I think those of you who are already used to pretty big mods anyway, this isn't going to be an issue at all. I did notice quite a, you know, a difference, but it's really light, so yeah, it's definitely got a lot of juice. The thing kicks ass, puts out some good vapor, so definitely worth checking out. Again, this is the Innokin iTatse SVD. You can get this at Rose City Vapesters for 70 bucks. You know, batteries and all that extra jazz is a little more of an investment, but they're going to last you a long time, and you know, they're interchangeable with other mods, so it's not like you're stuck with just using the battery for this. So if you got something else, you know, like the Nemesis or anything like that, you could throw your 18650 battery in there as well. So, oh, I turned it off. I do that a lot. Yeah, that is a nice warm vape. So you're going to have no issues. You'll find your sweet spot in there. You know, if 11 watts isn't for you, you can go up to 15. So this thing puts out a lot of juice, a lot of power, and puts out a really nice vape. So, you know, this is one that I think I'm going to want to put on my my wish list of mods that I would actually like. I like to be able to have this kind of power. You know, the MVP is really nice, but as far as like getting it juiced up, you know, you almost have to kind of fire it once or twice if you use like a Typhon or something to get the real heat production you want. This is good to go. So, yeah. Check it out. Thank you for watching my video. Atheist Vapist. I'm on Facebook.com/TheAtheistVapist. I'm on Twitter.com/AtheistVapist. Got a few contests rolling through, so make sure to check out my Twitter and my Facebook. Win yourself some free e-juice. Got some other cool contests that some of you know about as well. And also, make sure to go to Rose City Vapesters and mention my name, Atheist Vapist, and you will get a free 15 ml bottle of e-juice of your choice. He does custom blends, so the possibilities are endless. There is something there that you will enjoy, I guarantee it. So thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and you all have a good day. Peace out. Zoom, zoom, zoom.